Thank you, Sarah. Um, well, I really appreciate this opportunity to help present this special partner award. We're going to give it tonight to Chief Bill City and the Oklahoma City Police Athletic League. And if they would go ahead, it looks like maybe they're already making their way up here. Peter, Jermaine, Chief, the rest of the PAL team, as well as Tim, Liz, and Keith, if you would all come up here. I want to make sure everybody understands what the Police Athletic League is before we talk a little bit about what they do specifically here in Oklahoma City. This is really community policing before that phrase was in vogue. This has been around as a concept all across our country for 100 years. And what we're really unique here in Oklahoma City is how much we really commit from the resources of the police department to these efforts. Kelly was kind enough earlier to mention my book, Big League City, available for $24.95 at Full Circle Books. And though that is a very positive story about this journey that we came through, I am the first to always say that, you know, with Big League City success comes Big League City challenges. And the Police Athletic League and Fields and Futures and all these folks on stage behind me are facing those challenges. And I want to talk a little bit about that. But I also want you to understand the Police Athletic League, it's not a division of the police department. It depends on private donations, but we have, as I said, one of the best commitments from our police department as any Police Athletic League does in the country. 5 years ago, Fields and Futures was in the early stages of its development. Tim and Keith, who you saw earlier, met with a group of Oklahoma City Public School coaches to better understand the type of support and resources they needed to do their jobs here in our city. Tim heard a coach say that they needed Little League to help kids experience team sports before they got to middle school. Now, Tim and I are both Putnam City North graduates. We grew up in an atmosphere where we didn't have to worry about even the existence of Little League. That was something that, those types of team sports were available to us. And this was when Tim really realized that the challenges facing our inner city youth were deeper and wider than he realized. It was hard for him to imagine the children growing up without access to organized sports and all the things that are part of that experience. And that's where the Oklahoma City Police Athletic League stepped into the picture. Tim was a board member of PAL. I might say that again, PAL. Tim was a board member of PAL, and he was aware of their current programs and understood the organization's commitment to provide safe after-school programs for our city's at-risk youth. So with each new athletic field built by Fields and Futures, PAL now has a new resource to work with. So they partnered with the Oklahoma City Parks and Recreation Department to organize a new youth league, making it possible for elementary-age children to join a team and experience all the benefits that come with that. And you know, we're not trying to train professional athletes here. You know, there's so much more at stake when you get kids involved in team sports. And I know Tim is very passionate about this, and I'm sure he'll talk about it. This gives them the discipline and the life that they really need that will help them in their academics and everything beyond. It gives them a chance to be part of something positive, something to belong to, that teaches important life lessons and rewards kids for demonstrating strong character. It holds them accountable for their grades and attendance. And it gives them the opportunity to be coached and mentored by Oklahoma City police officers. That's the commitment that Chief City gives, and other adult volunteers. In fact, our city councilman from South Oklahoma City, Todd Stone, is here tonight. You recognized him earlier. He coaches a soccer team at Oklahoma City, at Bodine Elementary in Oklahoma City Public Schools. Yeah. We are all so proud of what this team behind us behind me has accomplished. And it's all free, of course, to the students who participate. PAL covers their league costs and gives each team member a jersey and uniform that is theirs to keep. Here's a few facts to leave with you. In fall 2015, when the PAL Youth League was formed, they had 220 kids sign up for flag football and volleyball. This year, just 2 years later, that number is 950. Yeah. That same winter, they had 400 young students play boys and girls basketball. This year, they added cheerleading as a winter sport, and the number going into this 2017 winter season has topped 1,100 students. And one last stat. Last spring, they had 750 kids playing boys and girls soccer, and they are now expecting that number to grow past 1,000. And the best part is they're nowhere near finished. Those numbers represent primarily 5th and 6th graders at 32 of the district's elementary schools. But they obviously, as you can imagine, and if you know Tim and this team behind me, you can imagine they want to extend that to all the elementary schools in our district, and they want to add 4th graders. We're talking thousands of young students playing on teams, caring about their grades, learning basic game fundamentals, and growing aspirations to play at the middle and high school level. Thousands of kids every year believing in themselves and learning to be good teammates. There is so much more we could say about this fantastic program, but I think I've gone far enough. It's big, bold, and most importantly, it's putting kids on a better, proven path to graduation and success in their lives beyond. So to the team at Field and Futures, Oklahoma City Public Schools, and the Oklahoma City Parks and Recreation Department that makes this program work, and to the Chief City, Peter at PAL, Jermaine, all the officers and staff who are here bringing this vision to life and growing a program our city can build on for years to come, we say thank you and congratulations on receiving this award tonight. Who gets it? Who gets it? Peter, I can say a few words? Who's going to talk? All right. Chief Bill City, our police chief here in Oklahoma City, is going to say a few words. Chief City.
Thanks, Mayor. Appreciate it. Oh, that's a little premature, but yeah, I've known David for a long time, and he would make a good mayor. That's all I can say. I can't. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Inasmuch and everybody for this award. Obviously, I really want to thank Tim McLaughlin. PAL's been around for a long time, and everybody you see up here and the officers you see up here are the people involved in the program, but it's been going on since the 90s, and we've had a lot of people, and it's had its ups and downs, but it has not had a down since Tim McLaughlin joined the board. Yeah, I mean, it blossomed when the McLaughlins got involved, and it's not just about the fundraising, but it's about the heart. And the first time I met them, I think it was Arthur Elementary School, when they were packaging gifts for the kids at Arthur Elementary and buying them gifts for Christmas. And I could see the heart in both Liz and Tim, and I knew we had a special family there that cared about this community. I never imagined this was going to happen, and PAL's very, very proud of being a part of that, and it is. It's about giving hope to a lot of kids. I've learned after 40 years in law enforcement, the most important thing we can give to anybody is hope, and without hope, you have nothing. And that's what Fields and Future, and that's what PAL does. It gives them a family, it gives them a positive influence and mentorship, and it gives them hope. So we're so proud to be a part of this. I have to thank, the city manager, the city, the council, because without that, we couldn't give the resources if they didn't support that. So again, and thank all of you, because obviously it wouldn't happen if the dollars weren't coming in to support these young people. And it's working, believe me, it's working. So thank you very much.